4-minute experimental film from Bulgaria called Habitat. These kind of films are kind of up to the interpretation of the viewer, so everybody will get whatever they kind of want from it. I guess it could be an allegory of society and borders, or allegory of basically of us kind of evolving or procreating.
I think it's just kind of living a passive life, just kind of letting you pass and not taking really any action against whatever unhappiness you may have.
I don't have any intelligent interpretive ideas, but I think it was kind of terrifying. And also it was interesting, the animation style. At some points it looked like almost like they were filming on a canvas, and then had some, I don't know, maybe someone wants to comment on that who has more experience with animation, because it was really visually interesting. It didn't really look all computer generated, I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, I don't think it was like a computer animated film. I think it was like from the old school kind of animation.
I did find it a bit depressing, and I do like the fact that they used old school as an expression. I really did like that. But I did find it depressing in the sense that sometimes you feel like you're living a life where everything is repeat, kind of, so, yeah.
I found it really interesting, having recently been in an Eastern European country. I have not been to Bulgaria, but I found the themes of environmental devastation really interesting, and I saw when I was in Macedonia that people are still living with the effects of the lack of kind of attention to the environment under the socialist regimes, where there's a lot of chemical pollution and a lot of environmental devastation. So that as a background to people kind of living increasingly purposeless lives was yes, very depressing, but I can see how in Eastern Europe they're still struggling to rebuild their societies. And so I can see that you could take that track of seeing a future for your country that's not very positive, and people becoming increasingly separated and isolated from each other. So yes, very bleak, but very interestingly done.
That last comment just made me start thinking about the situation in Eastern Europe after the fall of communism, and they think, oh, something new, and then the something new ends up just like the old thing. When the yeah.
I was struck by the fact that it's very similar. I've seen chickens in coops growing that way, all right, and the eggs fall out, and then more chickens grow, and they keep them in boxes. And I was thinking, if they're trying to draw a metaphor of humans versus, could be chickens or could be pigs, like they all are grown in that way.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. We are animals. I guess we're just evolved animals for the rest of the species. But it's funny that you mentioned that, because I was like, when you're watching, for me as a human, I'm just thinking it's a metaphor for us as humans. I didn't even think about another kind of species.
Well, I found this habitat very interesting in that, well, it was a cartoon of drawings, but after the procreation and the expulsion, he popped out. It was almost as if he was pre-endowed to start a new faction.
Everyone gets the idea what the film was trying to convey, and I also think just the style as well as the sound, the look of it, just together worked out really well. And just overall a really sad and dark outlook on life. And some of the films we see, there's always a slight hope that left for everyone, but this one there's just none. Pure darkness.
And again, the conception was kind of comical in a way when there were only two of them in the box and they were conceiving. And I thought that was funny.